I broke the gland packing off by crushing it in a vise. I'm going to cut this rubber grommet off with a knife. As you can see, I pulled these other wires through so that when I cut this, the only wire I risk damaging is this black one. As I cut this off, what I'm going to do is just try to slice through the plastic like you're cutting a semi-cold chunk of cheese, and it's off. Here we have a view of the 5/16 with 18 thread per inch, and this is a 1.5 inches long. We're now going to use this hammer and tap it in. Switch sides. This is the entire guts of the inside of the IMER control box. I have this little piece here hooked up to the switch, hooked up to this. The switch has become weathered and damaged, so I have a new switch to replace this with, which will mean cutting a hole in the outside wall, pushing it through and hooking it up. First thing I need to do is I need to check how this is working. This is when we're off in that position there, and this is on. And if you notice, we have a power switch going to the on, and we have a plug here which helps return the current. But we also have a wire, well, correction, in the off position we have two lines that go running out, and I need to make sure that when this switch is in each position that this switch mimics the same thing. So we're going to do that with a multimeter, and then we'll come back and get all this put together. Using my handy little book, this is my switch right here. This is line 1, line 2, line 3, and line 4. 4 is black and orange. And it goes to the block. The black and orange up here. Yeah, this is black, and this is orange, and these go to the plug. And this center black right here goes to the block. I'll be able to test the position of the switches for the new plug and get everything back exactly where it should be. First thing we want to do is we want to check these 3 pins across the top. We've got continuity, so it's in the on position. So we're going to check the first and third, and it shows nothing, even though it's in the on position. We check the off position, the third one, and we're getting nothing. So we're going to check, well, these are the top 3 that are used. Now what we're going to do is we're going to check these right here. And these show not to have current. Now it's important to remember that it looks like the power comes in on this one and this one. Here we have power, and here we have power. So these match up. So it appears that this all matches up. So we're ready to put this into the box and wire it up. My electrical box does not have perfectly square or vertical sides. They slant in slightly. And for that reason, you can't put a framing square on here and draw a straight line across this. When we measure across the width of this thing, starting here to there, it is 49 millimeters, but we need to come up 55 millimeters from the bottom. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up about 56 millimeters from the ridge. We're going to draw us a line. We're going to come out here a little bit, come back to 56. Stand corrected, I changed it to 57. 57 millimeters, and draw us a vertical line. Now if you notice, these lines are not exactly square, and that's fine. The bottom piece here is square, but there's no way for me to here we go. Now we got it square. Again, to confirm, remember the old saying, measure once, cut twice. And we come out 27 millimeters. Plastic is very slick. We draw us a line. We're actually going to stop at 26. Now, we punch a hole. We're going to go get a coping saw, and we're going to square this out.